Welcome to Car Audio Fabrication, the show that reveals the secrets and mysteries of car audio and teaches you techniques to take your installs to the next level. I'm your host, Mark. If you guys are like me, you know that car audio is a constant, ongoing hobby. You might decide to change part of your install later. You might buy a new car and install your old system into the new car. One of the biggest headaches can be having to purchase a different distribution block for your electrical system every time you make a new system or make a change to your system. Say you're adding an additional amp to expand your system. That's a new distribution block. Say you're adding a bigger amp. Well, that's bigger wiring that you need to go into a bigger distribution block. Once again, changing the distribution block. Say that you're adding a battery. Again, you have to have an additional distribution block. Eventually, you have so many distribution blocks and so much wire, you just get lost in the install. Well, it's time for these issues to disappear. I introduce to you the hot new product by KnuKonceptz, the KNF60 distribution block. Let's take a look. The KNF60 is a new product from KnuKonceptz that adds to their ever-expanding line of car audio electrical components. Equipped with the compression style fittings, this distribution block is unlike anything ever created. Allow me to show you why. Let's unbox this unit. Now what they're going to do is they're going to send you a package of the mini A&L fuses as well as some solid links. Now the way these work in conjunction with the KNF60, if we open it here, and I'll show you the inside, there are multiple different ports that the mini fuses as well as the links can fit on. And as I will show you, it allows for many different configurations. Now, as you guys can see, it has this nice cover here. Now, what I love about this cover is actually a little difficult to get off this outer piece here. But it's actually two pieces. So what's cool about that, say you just want to show off the clear so you can see everything, you can do so. Or you could actually paint this cover so that it's better integrated with the install. Now, as always, they're going to give you directions how to use their compression fittings, which I will show you guys right now. Before I do so though, I just want to point out real quick also that from the factory, this comes with 4 compression fittings for 0 gauge and 2 for 4 gauge. You can order additional compression fittings from their website, KnuKonceptz.com. Now allow me to showcase one of the main reasons that I fell in love with KnuKonceptz. As you can see here, we have the KNF60 and we have the KnuKonceptz compression fitting. Now, I also have some of their candy cable, which you guys definitely need to check this stuff out. Comes in a variety of really bright colors. But this is the 0 gauge, orange. And what you do is you just strip back 5/8 of the insulation, 5/8 of an inch, and you slide it through the compression fitting, like so. Now, once it's through the compression fitting, you take the wiring and you fold it back on the fitting itself. Now the reason I love this is because I've yet to see one of these wires ever fall out in any of my installs. And not only do they never fall out, once you thread it in here, and I'm not going to take the time to get it fully seated because you need a wrench, but you can see how nice and clean that is. Absolutely no wire hanging out, and again, very strong install. So now that I've shown you how to use one of the compression fittings, let's go ahead and talk about some of the configurations of the KNF60. So here's where the KNF60 becomes very, very powerful. As you can see, I have a configuration set up here. Let's say that I purchased the KNF60 because I knew that in my car I wanted to have 1 gauge feeder and I wanted to break off and send power to like an 1000 watt monoblock amp and a 400 watt 4-channel amp. So as you can see, it's simple. I have my input here, and then that feeds out to 2 fuse sources that then go out to the amplifiers. So this is nice and clean, all tied up and ready to go. So say that I decide in the future, hey, I want to add a little 2-channel amp because I'm gonna go active on my front speakers. So what you can do, say you just need another 4-gauge source here, so you just go ahead and tie in your 4-gauge, and down here you can just add another mini A&L fuse. So then you're good to go. Say you decide, I want to go big here and add 2 more amps. Well, at this point you're talking about probably needing some additional power supply. So say you hook up another battery. You have your 1-gauge feeder from that battery, or excuse me, your 0-gauge positive feeder from that battery. Now what you can do is actually tie both the front and rear together with 2 of the links. Now I'm not actually putting them in, I'm just kind of setting them in there for visual purposes. But then you can add your 2 4-gauges that will go to each of your additional amplifiers and tie those in with mini A&L fuses. Also note that you could fuse the battery link rather than using these solid links. My original intentions with this video were to actually show you all the different configurations that you can make with the KNF60. But the problem is there's literally so many different configurations that I can't cover them all in this video. So definitely check out the description once this video is done. I have a link there to go to the KNF60 over on KnuKonceptz website, and you can check out some of their recommended configurations. But one of my personal favorites is this one. This one has positive and negative all built into the one unit. So as you can see here, I could have a feeder from the battery, which is then fused to both of my amps, amp 1 and amp 2, and then I also have a ground to the vehicle chassis, and then negative amp 1, negative amp 2. I mean, this thing is extremely versatile, really just an installer's dream. If you're doing a very complex system, you could probably get away easily with just 2 of these. You could do all your positive distribution in one and all your negative distribution in another. But what I really love about this is, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're a car audio guy, you're constantly changing parts of your system, you're always looking to expand, change things up, this is the distribution block for us, right here, the KnuKonceptz KNF60. A big thanks to KnuKonceptz for sending us one of their first production units of the KNF60 to review. I gotta tell you guys, I really like this distribution block. I definitely think that I'm going to be using this in a lot of my installs in the future. So go check them out, KnuKonceptz.com. If you do decide to purchase one of these units or any of their other awesome products, let them know, please, that CarAudioFabrication sent you over there. It'd mean a lot to me. If there's any other products that you guys would like reviewed in the future, be sure to comment below. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos and like and subscribe. And until next time, keep it loud.